All right, guys. So today I have Hussan with me. He's one of my students in the Inner Circle program. How's it going, man?
What's going on, Nazar?
Doing good. I'm
I'm
doing good,
doing
bro.
good.
Well, let the people know who you are. What you're doing.
So I've been drop shipping for almost a year now. Met Nazar probably like 2, 3 months ago. Spoke with him. He gave me some good advice. Was able to help me scale to 1K a day. Then decided to get in the inner circle and now doing 2 to 3K a day.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Well, that's basically the second question. Is like, what were you doing numbers wise before joining the program?
Was pretty inconsistent. Probably did like 1K a day like once or twice, and doing like 2 to 300 a day revenue. Was barely profitable, and took his advice on more so on the advertising and creative side, and obviously was able to scale with that.
Yeah. Well, so what do you think based off of, now what you know and what you've been doing? Like what are the things that were holding you back from scaling back then? Cuz like obviously you were following all the stuff you're seeing on Twitter and stuff. That's how you found me
Hmm.
anyways. But how did you like what were the things that you were doing back then that now you can look back and say those were the reason why it wasn't working?
It was definitely creative. That was the biggest lever that definitely changed everything. But ultimately, just the approach I had before compared to now is a lot different with stuff that you talk about, mainly like awareness and sophistication levels, and just implementing that into the ads.
Nice, nice. All right. Well, I mean, this is the burning question everyone has probably is that what did you end off the month at? And this is basically like the first
Oh,
month in the program, right? 30
I gotta,
days in the
I gotta
program.
show it.
I don't even think it's been 30 days yet.
Hold on.
Oh, he's pulling up the Shopify. All right. There you go. 68,000. Nice, nice. You can't fake those.
Nah,
Um,
hold on.
cool.
We gotta do a refresh real
Oh,
quick.
you got to do a refresh for them. There you
It's
go.
not working.
There you go. You got to refresh. Nice.
There we go.
Perfect. All right. Well, and then that was 68. What was the profit on that roughly?
Around 15 to 17. Well, like 12 to 15. No, like 15, given refunds and all that.
Nice, nice. 15K. So if we were to do the math, that's a pretty decent ROI. Not bad, huh? What you paid
Yeah,
for the program versus,
yeah,
15K
exactly,
in the first
exactly,
first month being in it. So basically you
exactly.
went from 5K, I think what was the month before that? Like 5K, something
Like,
like
yeah,
that?
5, 7K.
5 to 68K in 1 month.
Hmm.
So you're probably going to be at the Lambo dealership right after this. Just get it, get it, get it,
Not
get an
yet, not
OU.
yet.
Okay, so I guess like between what you were doing before joining and after joining, like what is the biggest change that you've implemented? So obviously we talked about like what you were doing before, what wasn't working, but what is the biggest change that you did? Like was it the media buying, the research, the types of creatives? Like what was the biggest change that people watching this would be like, oh, like this is what I would get out of the program?
I'd say definitely with your creative strategy is having more scientific approach with it, and basically having each level or each step having a specific reason as to why you implement it into that one ad, and tracking that, and then like I said, being a scientist and breaking each step down.
Nice, nice. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. And then I guess based off of where you're at this month, now you're starting new month. We all know this last week of performance hasn't been the best, but where do you kind of, with the knowledge you've gotten now, where do you see yourself in the next 6 to 12 months?
Definitely planning for Q4, and hopefully can end the year with that 1 mil mark.
Nice. I think
And
I think
definitely
you're
need that
you're
Shopify award too.
yeah, yeah. You're on the right track. You're on the right track. I think you're basically one winning ad away, I would say, from really like hitting
Yeah,
it big. And I think it's worth mentioning, right, to the people watching this as well, is that you're almost a lot of that, if not all of it, came down to just like one
just
winning
one
ad.
ad. Yeah,
Like that
exactly
one
like you
ad
said.
basically took the business from 5K to 70K. So
Hmm.
that's solid. All right. And I guess the last thing is what surprised you about the program? Because like obviously there's tons of people selling coaching, tons of people selling courses. Like what are the misconceptions that you had coming into this, and like how did they actually play out? Did you see it and think, oh, this is just another course? Like I guess the biggest question is, am I a scammer?
Definitely not a scammer. No, it's just like what you've been saying on Twitter was like very genuine and out there to actually like help someone to learn. And from what you tell me is it's not like the same BS that every other guru says, like use these interests, scale with interest. Because at the end of the day, well, I don't want to debunk any myths, but they're dead
Yeah,
and they don't
yeah,
work.
yeah,
And seeing how everyone is able to like reach 100K days is because of creative.
yeah. Yeah, no, fair, fair. I mean, hopefully, getting closer to Q4, we're gonna see you doing 100K days.
Yeah,
Um,
hopefully.
yeah. All right. So I guess if someone's on the fence of joining, what would you tell them? If someone was watching this, because this is going to be on the landing page, if they were watching this and they were thinking of joining, what would you tell them? As somebody who's now clearly a multi, what would you call this? Almost seven figure dropshipper.
On the way. You're one winning ad away, one winning product, and Nazar is there to help you with that.
Nice, nice.
Get to that one
Appreciate it,
next
man.
step.
Appreciate it, man. Well, yeah. If you guys want, you can follow Hassan if you want to drop your whatever socials you want. A lot of people are going to watch this, so if you want to drop your socials, they'll watch it for sure.
Nah, I'm trying to be incognito. I don't want no
Ah,
one knowing
okay.
me.
I guess we're going to keep him incognito. Well,
Yeah,
thanks for hopping on, Hassan.
you got Nazar.